go ahead.
A very good evening to my dearest fellow Toastmasters and guests. A warm welcome to the 19th chapter meeting of WIN Toastmasters Club. Let us all give a thunderous round of applause and welcome each other to the meeting. Thank you, everyone. Before we move ahead with the meeting, there are 3 ground rules that I would request each one of you to kindly follow. First of all, please turn off your mics and turn on your cameras and speak only when you're asked to. Second, refrain yourself from talking about sex, religion, or politics in a derogatory manner. And third, avoid using abbreviations like TMOD or TM. Kindly try to use the full forms. Since this is a virtual meeting, there might be a possibility of having a poor network connection on your end. So in case if you get disconnected, please don't panic as you will get reconnected within seconds. And our club is also, there's a channel in YouTube, WIN Toastmasters Club. So in case if you miss any of our meetings, you can visit our YouTube channel and relive the moments there. Now, before I leave this virtual podium, please allow me to welcome someone who is the Area K4 Director, has won the second runners-up at the district level of the International Speech Contest. He has played the role of EC member in multiple clubs and is also the club coach. Ladies, let us all give a thunderous round of applause and welcome our installation officer for the day, Toastmaster Rohit Reddy. Let us all unmute ourselves and give him a huge round of applause. The stage is all yours, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Reva, for that wonderful introduction. So hello, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Rohit, and I'll be playing the role of installation officer for the upcoming executive committee. So before I proceed on with the installation, I would just like to start by thanking the officers who have served till now for the club. Thank you for your excellent service to WIN Toastmasters Club. So it's my honor to install the upcoming executive committee for WIN Toastmasters Club and prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this a strong President's Distinguished Club that is dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, and to listen with sensitivity and to think on their feet creatively. As an officer, each of you are obligated to attend the club executive committee meetings, the district-sponsored club officer training program, and prepare your successor for each of your respective offices. So as I say the name, I would just like to ask the new officers team to raise their hand as I call their name. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Reva, the Treasurer, Toastmaster Jayati, the Secretary, Toastmaster Arya, the Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Momita, the Vice President, Membership, Toastmaster Nilu Sharma, the Vice President, Education, Toastmaster Shruti Srivastava, and the President, Toastmaster Ruchira Singh. So I'll ask each of you to say I will or I do as I briefly state your responsibilities that you must fulfill towards the club. And I'll ask you all, in absence of a gavel, to imagine an imaginary gavel in your hand as a symbol of authority. So I'll start with the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Reva. So Toastmaster Reva, as the Sergeant at Arms, you're responsible for maintaining club properties, arranging meeting room, and welcoming members and guests at each meeting. It's also your responsibility to schedule the meeting location, maintain club equipment, and check after every meeting to ensure adequate supplies are available. Toastmaster Reva, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Reva on being installed. So now we pass on the imaginary and the powerful gavel to the treasurer of the club. So Toastmaster Jayati, as the treasurer, you're responsible for keeping clear and accurate financial records of club businesses and for seeing that the club remains financially stable. You prepare a budget and get approved by the executive committee and membership. You announce when it's time for members to pay their dues and to structure them, collect dues, and work with the secretary to ensure that the club submit dues on time to the world headquarters. So Toastmaster Joyati, do you accept to perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I accept my duties. I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joyati. A huge round of applause for our treasurer. So now I move on to the secretary, Toastmaster Arya. So Toastmaster Arya, you're responsible for keeping clear and accurate records of club business, including membership records and correspondence with Toastmasters International World Headquarters and others. You work with the treasurer to submit your club's semi-annual report and dues to Toastmasters International on time. So Toastmaster Arya, do you accept to perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arya. A huge round of applause for our incoming secretary. So now we move on to the Vice President Public Relations. Toastmaster Momita, as the VPPR, you're charged with developing, implementing, and administrating publicity program and maintain a positive image for Toastmasters among all members, guests, and general public. You enlist your fellow members in publicity activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. You regularly recognize member achievements and with methods such as announcements, newsletters, email, and article that you submit to the district newsletter. Toastmaster Momita, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Momita. A huge round of applause for our incoming VPPR. So now it's time for the position of the Vice President membership. Toastmaster Nilu, as the Vice President membership, you're responsible for building and retaining membership and ensuring strong base by satisfying the needs of all members. Your job is vital to the growth and success of the club. Conduct ongoing membership programs. Make sure all applications are submitted regarding membership to the world headquarters accurately and are immediately recognized. Ensure that a thorough orientation session is conducted for all new members and explanation of the educational programs to all prospective members, and follow up and keep track of guests, new members, and members who are inactive and not attending meetings. So Toastmaster Nilu, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nilu. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Nilu as the incoming VP membership. So now we move on to the Office of the Vice President Education. Toastmaster Shruti, the Office of Vice President Education is a critical office in a Toastmasters Club. As the VP Ed, you're responsible for providing and maintaining the positive environment and the programs through which members can learn and grow. You are to promote participation in the educational program, assign every new member a mentor, and promptly submit members' educational achievements to TI World Headquarters. Another important function of this position is to attend district council meetings and vote in them, and also vote at regional and international business meetings. You preside over the meeting when the president is absent, and you're also required to attend club executive committee meetings and the district sponsored COTP. So Toastmaster Shruti, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shruti. So now the gavel reaches to the office of the president. Toastmaster Ruchira, having been elected the president of WIN Toastmasters Club, you are its chief executive officer and will be expected to preside in all club meetings and special meetings and the regular meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that the club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your clubs help the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of the club. Use it wisely with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts and actions of all the members with the common goal of achievement of sharing and mutual support. Work with your team members and to create a healthy dynamic club, a club which everyone will be proud of. You're also to attend and vote as club proxy at the district council meetings or authorize a member to do so. Will you, as president, Toastmaster Ruchira, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
I do.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruchira. So congratulations, everyone, all the executive committee officers for being installed in your offices. So now I'll address the club collectively. So will the members of WIN Toastmasters Club, I'll just ask you one question. Your office team has just pledged to serve the club to the best of their ability. In order to be the best Toastmasters Club possible and to meet the needs of all its members, you will need active participation from all of you. The growth and development of this Toastmasters Club depends largely upon actions of you all. Do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club and work with your officers team to make WIN Toastmasters the finest Toastmasters Club it can possibly be? I need an I do from all of you.
Yes.
I do.
I do. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So by the authority vested in me as your installation officer, it's my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed in their respective positions. And please join me in extending a warm welcome to the new WIN Toastmasters Club Executive Committee. Congratulations. So now I'll return control of this meeting to the club president, Toastmaster Ruchira Singh. Over to you, Madam President.
Please join me in giving a round of applause to our area director, Toastmaster Rohit, for conducting that EC installation ceremony so comfortably. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit. And welcome everyone to the 19th chapter meet of WIN Toastmasters Club. I can see that we have a few guests with us today, so I'd like to take a couple of introductions. I can see we have Toastmaster Zainuddin. If you'd like to unmute yourself and let us know a little bit about yourself and your expectations from the session today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruchira Singh. I'm Toastmaster Zainuddin of Calicut Toastmasters in Kerala, District 121 of Toastmasters International. I am very happy to meet you. Thank you so much. Over to Ruchira Singh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zainuddin. Thank you for coming to our session, and we hope you have a great one today. I can also see that we have with us guest Shreya. Would you like to unmute yourself and let us know a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Shreya here. I'm new to this club. I never knew such a club actually existed. I came to know about it from a friend and a relative of mine, who is also a member of Toastmasters in our college. And I found it quite interesting and thought it might help me in my future communication skills to reach out to a large number of people. I am a teacher, and reaching out to my students is an important part of my job. And somewhere I feel that I'm not up to it. So maybe this might help me to remove my shyness and be more accommodative, be more understanding about my audience, and be able to communicate with them. And I don't know about the procedures and any of membership as such. I'm just new to it, so that's about it. That's how much I can tell about myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guest Shreya. And I think that with the objectives that you have mentioned, you have come absolutely to the right place. And I hope that with the rest of the session as it flows, you understand a little bit more about Toastmasters. And then our executive committee team would be reaching out to you with the details if you're interested to join in as a member. Till then, please enjoy the meeting and participate whenever possible.
Thank you so much.
With that, I think I'd also like to take a few words from our area director, Toastmaster Rohit, because this is his first visit to WIN Toastmasters Club as well. Toastmaster Rohit, if you'd like to let us know how it feels to be in a room just full of women and how you feel in addressing that. Over to you, Toastmaster Rohit.
I see Toastmasters Zainudin here, so
Yes, he's here for you today to support in general.
So before that, it's great to be here. Actually, WIN Toastmasters Club is actually a very, very strong club, and I'm glad to serve as your area director this term. So looking forward to a lot of fun because we will go a long way. It's a year remaining from here. So looking forward to interacting with you all. And as far as being in a room full of ladies, I know it's a bit nervous. So I'll switch off my camera and closely observe the meeting. That's all.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohit. With that, I think we can move ahead with the rest of the session. So for the benefit of our guests, let me explain a little bit about what Toastmasters is. So Toastmasters is an international organization that is dedicated to building better communicators and leaders of tomorrow through a structured learning process of prepared speeches, impromptu speaking section, as well as a continuous feedback cycle. At the club level, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience where the members are empowered to improve their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. But before we proceed with the rest of the session, I would also like to do one last thing, which is to induct our newest member of our WIN Toastmasters family. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to Toastmaster Pooja, who has just joined our WIN Toastmasters family. Now, before we move ahead with the rest of the session, I'd like to share a short story. So this is something that I was reading, or rather watching, on Facebook. So this was a video of this lady called Carla Harris. So she is someone who has been known to own Wall Street for the last 30 years. And as she steps down from her post, she shared 4 simple rules that she would have told her younger self when starting out. And I felt that these 4 rules are something that we as Toastmasters and we as women can definitely apply in our lives. The first rule was to own our power. Whenever we try to do something and other people tend to doubt us and try and ask us whether or not we can go ahead, the minute that we allow ourselves to also doubt, we are giving away our power. So the rule number 1 is to own our power and not let anyone take it away from us. The second rule, which she said, was to become comfortable taking risks. What's the worst thing that can happen if we fail? We just learn something from experience. And I think that is something that we at Toastmasters really get to embody and appreciate at a whole different level, because there are no risks here. So we can afford to take the steps to move ahead and better ourselves. The third thing which she wished that she could have told her younger self is to not ask for permission. It's much easier to ask for forgiveness if you fail rather than ask permission before doing everything. And we as women should own our own decisions and do what we need to do based on our own judgment. And the final thing which she suggested is, which I feel that resonates most with us as part of WIN Toastmasters, is to empower other people. Because when we empower others, that is when we magnify and we amplify our own impact as well. And that brings me to the tagline for our WIN Toastmasters Club, which was given by Toastmaster Mahashweta, which is to empower women through words. And I think that in these 4 simple rules of owning one's power, being comfortable taking risks, not asking for permission, and empowering others, we as women, we as Toastmasters, we as leaders can move ahead. And as we start off this session today, and we start off with this new executive committee, I would like to wish the EC members all the best for the tenure, and all the members the best for the next 6 months, and to take the plunge, take up risks, take the opportunity to speak wherever possible, and to better and grow themselves as communicators and leaders. And to take our session forward today, we have with us someone who has just recently started her journey as a Toastmaster, but yet she has been gaining a lot of leads as a communicator and as a leader, and is one of our very strong core committee members as well. She's also someone who is known for her golden voice. And with that, she also brings her theme for today related to her voice. Please join me in welcoming our Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Arya. Over to you, Toastmaster Arya.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to share a fact with everyone who is attending this session that our President Toastmaster Ruchira is also having a golden voice, and we all know how brilliant a singer she is, and she has her own YouTube channel. And our theme today is that one song, that favorite song. So I asked her about her favorite song, and she mentioned that it was Edelweiss from the movie The Sound of Music, which was the first song she and her sister had learned from their mother. And whenever I hear of the movie The Sound of Music, I am reminded about that song. It's named My Favorite Things. So since we are talking about favorite songs today, so I made a little change in the song My Favorite Things, and I would like to share the first 4 lines of it. Song sung on birthdays and song sung on romance, song made on protests and song made by chance, song sung to celebrate and when things go wrong. All are there in my list of favorite songs. So dear Toastmasters and guests, I'm sure all of you have that one song for every situation or incident which you want to remember forever. Music as a subject is like an ocean with so much of theories, grammars, notes and their implementation and the nitty-gritties of it. But one most important thing of music is music helps us to feel and to express. This power of music is what it brings us to today's topic, that favorite song. We have so many moments in our life which we remember forever, but they might not be pleasant all times, but memorable indeed. But when do we call a moment favorite? When it reminds of a pleasant memory which brings a smile on our face, even when we are in pain. And one of the best ways to remember a loved moment is to relate it to a song. That comes quite naturally, isn't it? Hence, I would like to say, all favorite moments are memorable, but all memorable moments may not be favorite. But in today's session, I would like to know the songs that you love to listen and the memories that you love to remember, and the memories attached to those songs, which is favorite to you. So before I continue my theme further, I would like to call upon the general evaluator of today's session, the Toastmaster who always remains in the top of our list of inspirational women in Toastmasters, and her favorite song, which she had learned from her mom-in-law, quite describes her because she has beautiful eyes and an amazing personality. And the song goes like, "Aapki aankhon mein kuch महके हुए से राज है, आपसे भी खूबसूरत आपके अंदाज है." Toastmaster Shruti, our general evaluator for the day. Let's put our hands together for her.
What could be a better start than a music before my name was announced or before I come onto the podium to set the mood and set people on the right sur, if I may put it that way. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Arya. And I welcome you all to this meeting. And I will be taking a sharp edge on getting this meeting on track for the upcoming sessions because I will be evaluating you all. But do not worry, I do not have a stick and carrot approach here, but I'll be a very gentle and a mild exfoliator and an evaluator. Going ahead, since this is a huge task because you all are immensely talented people and I have to really look through a magnifying glass to find anything which can be improved, but I'm going to do this with my brigade of evaluators and exfoliators, if I may call them. Going ahead, the general evaluation is something that is a part of every Toastmasters meeting happening with a set of role players that help us to evaluate each and every role player in the meeting, all the speakers, all the evaluators and every proceeding of the meeting going ahead. With this, I would now like to call upon the first tag role player, as they call it, the tag in T, which is the person who is going to look at your right hand wrist or left hand wrist, whichever you use to wear your watches, is someone who's going to keep a track on time. Can we have Toastmaster, before I call her on stage, she's someone who is very, very new. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Kalpita, who has been an immensely curious Toastmaster from the day she has entered this fraternity. Welcome, Toastmaster Kalpita. Could you please explain your role to everyone in the meeting now?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakiti, our General Evaluator for today. And good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As we all know, while speaking in public, it is very important to keep the right timing. This does not just mean to stay within the time of presentation, but it also means to speak the right thing at the right time and with the right speed. So today I'm the timer for you, and I'm here to keep a track of the timing of the speeches of the speaker. Well, I'll be using 3 cards to facilitate this, and I'll be sharing my screen and showing you how I will be doing that. Let me share my screen.
Does she have co-hosting? Okay.
Well, I'll be using 3 cards, as I said. The green card at the minimum time, the yellow at the mean time, and the red card at the maximum time of speech. And I will keep flashing the red card as long as the speaker stops speaking. Apart from that, like if you want, I can show an example. For example, if somebody's speech is between 5 to 7 minutes, I'll flash the green card at the 6th minute, the yellow card at the 6th minute, and the red card at the 7th minute. There is a grace of 30 seconds on the upper and the lower end for the prepared speakers and evaluation. And there is only a grace of 30 seconds for the tip stop. That's all. I'll present my report at the end when I'm asked to do so. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for Kalpita for explaining her role so well? And moving on to the next role player, who is going to take care of the sounds, not of music, but of your vocal variety that does not, or that may not be very, very appealing to your ears. Yes, I'm talking about someone who's going to take care of your crutch words. Can we have Toastmaster? And before I call upon stage this Toastmaster, she has been a VPPR, and also the VPPR, because she has been instrumental in creating new styles of posters, new genre of posters, where even she got a reply from the Honorable, can you guess, Kiran Bedi on her poster on Instagram. Yes, that's how phenomenal she is, such a diligent Toastmaster, and we are so blessed to have her. Can we have Toastmaster Momita on stage to explain her role to everyone?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti, for the wonderful introduction. It was really lovely. Even I haven't thought about myself in that way. Anyways, going to my role as an accounter, it is my duty to listen to everyone's speeches and keep a note of all the crutch words like etc. and so, but, and also filler words like so, and repetitive words which people sometimes use like I, but you know in their speeches, and make a note of all those words. Also, along with long pauses between speeches is also considered a crutch word because it disrupts the flow of your speech. So my duty is to keep a track of all those and present my report at the end of the session when called upon by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Shruti, to do so. That's all from my end. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for her brilliant introduction and explanation? Moving on to the next role player who is going to help me in evaluating you all is someone who entered into this Toastmaster fraternity saying that she wants to discover herself through Toastmasters. What a level of clarity, and imagine if that someone is going to evaluate your English grammar. Understand and imagine the way she would do it and how brilliantly she would present her report. Can we have Toastmaster Mahashweta Chatterjee on the podium to explain her role to everyone?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Hello. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. There are people around us who silently checks and corrects our grammar. Every time we disobey grammar rules while speaking, their autocorrection is in motion. But there is also a place on earth where we are not criticized. Yes, it is Toastmasters, where we not only talk about our mistakes and errors, but we give opportunity to each other to correct and improve, and thus give less chances to the silent critics. To do this, we have a grammarian in every session. And as a grammarian today, I will keep a record of all as well as good as well as not so good usages of grammar and pronunciation error to help you all. As a grammarian today, I would be introducing the word of the day, and the word is mellifluous. Mellifluous is an adjective which means having a pleasant and flowing sound. And how we use it? She has a mellifluous voice, the mellifluous sound of flute. I hope all of you use this word to the maximum. I will keep a score and present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this lovely mellifluous explanation, and I hope people use this mellifluous word mellifluously and increase their vocabulary. Does it count, Toastmaster Mahashweta? I hope it does. Moving on to the next role player is someone who's going to put a filter on her ear. Yes, a filter on her ear and a filter on your mouth at the end of the meeting, because she is someone who's going to put a stick here in this meeting and understand whether you were listening carefully or not, whether you were paying attention or not, whether you were here and present fully in the meeting or not. She is someone who is a very dedicated Toastmaster. And from the day I've seen her in the meeting, one thing that I admire about her is her presence, is her attendance in the meetings. Because if she is not present, she will dedicatedly, she will tell us that I will not be present. Such dedication, and this person is going to evaluate your listening skills. So beware. Can we have Toastmaster Priya Sinha on stage to explain her role to each one of us? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Dear fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, as introduced, I am the listening active listener for the day. Well, active listener, my role is to keep track on the active listening. I will be asking random open questions from the session to you all, and you have to answer it. Make sure you listen carefully throughout the session. I will be back with my questions while when called upon to do so by the general evaluator during the evaluation segment. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. Can we all please unmute ourselves and give all the 4 tag role players along with the listening master to give them a huge round of applause. It takes a lot to come on stage and explain their roles, and these all are newbies. We should encourage them. Can we have a huge round of applause for everyone? Thank you. Thank you so much to all 4 of you, because without you, my general evaluation is going to be nothing. It's going to be spineless if I would keep it that way. Thank you so much for being on my team. And with this, I will now be coming back on the podium at the end of the meeting. For now, I'm going to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, and I'm prepared to listen to more songs. Toastmaster Arya, over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Your speech and your evaluations are always what we look forward to. So today also we are looking forward to your evaluation. So before I move into the theme again, I just want to introduce our guests to the 3 sections of our Toastmaster session which we have. The first section is of the prepared speech section. Here we have a prepared speaker who is evaluated by an evaluator, and we will listen to the speech, and in the end we will get the evaluation. Next comes the table topic section. In that, you are given impromptu topics to speak on impromptu by the table topics master, who will be welcomed on the podium after some time. And in the end, we will have the general evaluation section, where we will understand and know where we can improve ourselves. And with the general evaluator like Toastmaster Shruti, we really are looking forward to that. So now it is time I ask some of our audience people like Toastmasters and the guests know about your favorite songs. I would like to know about your favorite songs and the memories you can relate to it. So if anyone wants to speak, can I get someone? Any raised hands if we have? Okay, Charu, I see Charu. So Charu, can you please share your favorite song and the memory related to that? Charu, please unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Toastmaster Arya, for bringing up this theme. And I love this theme, and because it's something which I also enjoy. And the song which is memorable to me is one Tamil song when I was in school, and that's the song which I sang, and I won the first prize in school. And that's when I realized that I can also sing, and I'm a good singer because I won the first prize. And the song goes like, Kadalloviyam Padum Kaviyam Ten Sindham Punjolai Nam Rajyam Indrumanandam Perimbam Devigam Oh Kadalloviyam Padum Kaviyam. So I'm not a trained singer, but I enjoy singing, and I've joined music class now because it's my, I think it's going to be my passion forever until I die. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Charu. It is actually blissful to hear that you have started learning music again. And actually, there is no age of learning. And especially when it is music, like we can start it from any time in our life. And we are so happy to hear that you are learning it again. And you are a very good singer. You have a very nice voice. And we have heard you before also. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Charu, for speaking up. I think I got another raised hand from Toastmaster Kritika. You want to share your favorite song and the memory?
Okay, I can share. One of my favorite song is Dil Hai Chhota Sa, and the reason it has, like, I feel this music is very connected to what I inspire to do. So the lyrics is what it resonates more to me. So whenever I feel little low, I sing this song. Toastmaster Arya, would you like to sing that song? We would all love to hear.
I would surely sing that song before I call you upon as an evaluator today. So I'll take one more speaker who wants to share his or her favorite song and the memory. So anyone wants to speak up now? Priya Sinha. Okay, Toastmaster Priya. She wants to share.
I have a number of beautiful songs, list of beautiful songs, but I love my most favorite song is तुमसे मिलके ऐसा लगा तुमसे मिलके अरमा हुए पूरे दिल के ऐ जान मेरी वफा तेरी मेरी तेरी एक जान है साथ ये सदा तुमसे न होंगे जुदा तुमसे मिलके. Actually, this song I dedicated to my hubby on my 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. This is actually the lyrics of the song is truly connected to my story. It synchronized with the emotions what I feel for him. I always wish to grow old with him to the rest of my life and enjoy a lifelong togetherness. I also want to remain made for each other till the last breath. Thank you. Over to the young lady.
That was so touching. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya. Now, we will move on to our prepared speech section, and we will also discuss about our theme a little later. So before I call upon our speaker, I would like to call upon the speech evaluator for today, whose favorite song we just heard is Dil Hai Chhota Sa, Chhoti Si Aasha, which speaks about a girl whose eyes are full of dreams. Our evaluator, Toastmaster Kritika, is also, we know, full of dreams, and that is the reason why she has joined Toastmasters. So let's welcome Toastmaster Kritika and explain her role as evaluator today.
Keep that going for Toastmaster Arya. Arya, you have a malicious, sorry, I spelled that wrong, malicious voice. Good evening, everyone. Actually, I'm little not well today, so I think you could see in my face today that's the thing. So coming back to the speaker of the today, our speaker, Toastmaster Prakiti, will be delivering a speech from the project Motivate Others, which is a level 4 speech from the pathway Motivational Strategy. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skill needed to motivate team members through the completion of the project. The purpose of this particular speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience motivating team members through the completion of this project. Timer, please note the timing of this project speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I'm very looking forward to hear from you, Protiti. I feel after the session, I will be completely motivated. And this is the exact reason today, in spite of not being well, I am over here. So all the best to you, Toastmaster Protiti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kritika. And now I welcome the prepared speaker of the evening, Toastmaster Prakiti, who is an amazing singer herself, and she has a mellifluous voice. We recently heard her in the drama, in the skit competition as well. She remembers that when she was in Pune in 2019, how she with her friends were singing one song on an occasion, and it felt lovely to her, and that became her favorite song. And the favorite song is Kabhi na jao chhod kar, which means please don't leave now. So Toastmaster Prakiti, please don't leave now, as you have your speech title, If Not Now, When Will You Do It? If not now, when will you do it, Toastmaster Prakiti?
It is her, that time of the month. Don't touch the pickle, it will get spoiled. Wondering what these sentences have in common? A biological process that roughly half the world population experiences every month, but it still remains shrouded in taboos and misconceptions. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Even in this modern world, women are shamed for a normal bodily function. Let us address the big red elephant in the room, shall we? Yes, I'm talking about menstruation, or more commonly called periods. And today I want to share with all of you how I took up an initiative to reduce the stigma surrounding it. Back in my college days, I was a member of the social work club called Rotaract. And when I joined that club, I realized that this was my chance to make some difference regarding menstruation awareness. And just like the brand Nike says, just do it. I too had some key takeaways along with some challenges in the form of the acronym Do It. Number 1, D, decide the objectives. Right at the start, I had a very clear idea about the objectives of this project. I wanted to Kolkata, and I wanted to organize this campaign for the adolescent girls and their mothers in that literacy center. Now, when I first pitched this project idea to my fellow club members, I received my first challenge. It was not well received. I received a lot of questions. For example, what if this makes the girls uncomfortable? What if this is too offensive? But I still managed to convince them that if not now, when will we do it? And eventually, we went ahead with the project and named it Project Code Red. Second, organize a team. Any project in Rotaract is a team affair. And for this project too, I organized an able team. I knew most of the members of my club and what they were capable of. So I chose some members for the creative department, some members to carry out the PR activities. I also arranged for a photographer, and the team was ready. But here I had my second challenge. We were lacking an expert to guide us in such a sensitive topic. So I reached out to a social worker named Mayuri Bhattacharjee, who is associated with Kolkata Global Shapers, and she gladly agreed to help us out. And she assisted in dividing the event into 3 distinct parts. First, we would be describing the scientific process of periods. Second, we would be discussing the common myths and taboos about periods. And third, we would be having an open question answer session with the girls and their mothers. Third, I, inspire to execute. Now, the day of the event arrived and we were all geared up for the project, but we had another challenge awaiting us. The girls in this literacy center, you see, were from economically backwards sections of the society, and they would not feel comfortable talking about this in front of men. So I had to ensure that only the female members of my team would be directly interacting with them. And the male members of my team had already helped me out behind the scenes, for example, for PR activities or poster making. And the event was a huge success. We received so many questions from the girls and their mothers And they were so comfortable and they were so curious about this process, about the myths and taboos. And at the end of the session, every single person in that room felt less shame and more pride. And lastly, T, take it to the next level. This part came as a bonus for me after I graduated from my college. One fine day, I came to know that my juniors, my college juniors, had arranged a similar session. They had carried on this project and they had arranged a session with some underprivileged children in a remote island of Sundarbans. So my job did not end at simply leading one session. It went on to inspire my juniors to continue championing the cause. So thus I was able to do it, to make Project Code Red a huge success. And as I told all of you, I had a very able photographer in my team as well. And I would request Madam Timer to, if she could kindly stop the screen share, because I would like to share one small photograph from that day of the event. Thank you so much. So I hope it is visible. So this was a day of the event where we had this session in the slum area of Netaji Nagar, Kolkata, where we have a literacy center. And this is the photograph of my college juniors performing a similar event in a remote island of Sundarbans. Is there some idea or project bubbling in your minds as well? Something that you believe you can lead to success? I believe you too can do it. Decide the objectives, organize a team, inspired to execute, and take it to the next level. Because if not now, when? And if not you, who else? What do you think, Madam Toastmaster today?
That was absolutely a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Prakiti, and quite a memorable one. From the title, I had no idea that you were going to address such a great social awareness project. It was really awesome. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakiti. Sometimes I wonder, like, just we all have our favorite songs. Do Toastmasters have their favorite speeches too? Maybe we'll discuss about it in another session sometime soon. So now moving on with our theme and with going towards the next segment. So I would like to share a story, a real story, an incident of someone whom I'm going to call next. When I asked her about her favorite song, she said that her favorite song is Bade Achhe Lagte Hai, which means everything feels so nice. So from my childhood, I have been listening to this song and it has given me different meanings in different times of my life. But today when I heard her reason of being that song her favorite, I got a new perspective to the song. She said, I used to sing it to my husband when night after night, he couldn't sleep due to severe pain in his kidneys. Unfortunately, she lost him. But still now, whenever she listens to that song, it brings back beautiful memories of her husband and the good times spent with him, and how he would just keep looking at her with so much love when she used to sing that song to him. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call our table topics master for today, Toastmaster Jayati, to begin with her table topic session, and also would like to give a round of applause to her for that spirit which she gives and is striving throughout her life. Welcome, Toastmaster Jayati, as the table topics master. The podium is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening. It is a great theme that you're moving with, and the meeting has been flowing maleficiously. I hope I've got that word right. Good evening, Toastmasters of the day, guests, respected guests. Today I am the table topics master, and I am going to give you topics on which you have to give impromptu speeches. Timer, please note that the timing of these speeches will be 2 minutes. Table topics cannot be changed by the Toastmasters, but guess you do have a choice in changing your topic. But once you choose one topic, you cannot come back to the previous one. So can we have some volunteers, please? Toastmaster Zainuddin, would you like to take a topic?
I think he's left. All the men have been scared and have left the meeting room. We're just ladies as usual.
Okay, then can we have guest Shreya Das? Is she here?
I think she's not here anymore.
So it's just us?
Yes, it's just us.
All right, then. Come on, ladies. You know, in Toastmasters, we don't... Yeah.
Kritika has her hand raised.
Okay. Great. Lovely. Okay, Kritika, here comes your topic. Sometimes music is the only medicine the heart and soul needs. I repeat, sometimes music is the only medicine your heart and soul needs. Toastmaster Kritika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayati, for this wonderful topic, because I think you have heard my voice like just a few minutes ago when Toastmaster Arya asked about the song. I said this song is my favorite because whenever I feel low, I sing this song. And I got this topic. Such a coincidence. Yes, the universe is full of all the signs, I believe. Good evening, everyone. Dear Toastmasters and all the lovely ladies in this room. And pardon if there is some gents because I can't see them right now. Yes, like one of my teacher, one told me I don't have a beautiful voice. So I always used to scare. I was always scared to speak, and especially I was not able to sing song because of because of being scared. And thus I used to hum, but in the bathroom. I think many of you people are smiling because there are many of the bathroom singers. So, but then he said, why not sing? Singing is the best way to relax. Singing is the best tonic medicine. And that is the time I said, why not I should sing? Let's sing. Let's sing. Let me sing for my own self and forget about the other people, the entire world. And from that day, I started singing. No matter how is my voice, I will hum whenever I feel like, whenever I am interested to. And I really feel this is the best medicine to be calm and relax. See, just talking about this, I am so much smiling right now. Can you see that smile? Table topic master, back to you.
Wonderful. Can we have some more volunteers, please? Toastmaster Nasima. Are you ready?
Yes, Jayati. Yeah, I will try.
Okay. Toastmaster Nasima, why do you love music so much? I repeat, why do you love music so much? Toastmaster Nasima.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayati, for giving me such a wonderful topic. Actually, I don't know, in my gene itself, it is like the music is in my gene. Though we are in a different religion, we are not supposed to sing a song, but I enjoy listening to music. And in 90s, when I was around 11 years old, I was studying in the balcony. That time there was a lorry park near my house, and it was playing a song in the cassette, and the song is from the movie called Roja. The Tamil song, it is a Kadal Rojave song. while listening to that song for the first time, I was mesmerized by the music of A.R. Rahman. I love him so much from that moment. That time when I was listening that song for the first time, I was like, what a soulful song and what a mellifluous music. It flows so beautifully like that. I was thinking to myself, I couldn't resist moving from that place. I was listening all these songs standing in my balcony from that lorry which they are playing these songs. After the following weeks, I understood from some FM or something, it was the movie called Roja. And from that time onwards, I felt like liking A.R. Rahman like anything. I'm his diehard fan and I love all his songs, especially the 90s song. His lyrics, the lyrics of that Roja song is so intense and the music was melody to the ears. So whenever I feel lonely or whenever I feel boring or I enjoy the thing, I immediately play that song particularly to enjoy my day. That's it. And over to you, Jayati. Table topic master Jayati. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nasima. Mr. A.R. Rahman is also my favorite. He's one of the top music composers and lyricists. Okay, can we have the next volunteer? Toastmaster Kalpita.
Can I say something?
Yes, sure.
A very good evening to all the Toastmaster. Today is my first meeting as a member in this club. And I am actually nervous. Still, I want to try once.
Oh, great. Superb. That is a great. See, you must remember one thing. At Toastmasters, we never fail. We win or we learn. So here's the next topic for you.
Please.
You are Shreya, right?
No, I am Pooja. Pooja Lohia.
Pooja. Okay. Toastmaster Pooja, you've been inducted.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I mistook you for somebody else.
No, it's okay. No issues.
Okay, here comes your topic. Toastmaster Pooja, your topic is music is an outburst of the soul. I repeat, music is an outburst of the soul. Toastmaster Pooja.
Yes, this sentence is absolutely correct because music is something, suppose if you are sad, you are happy in whatever mood you are. If you go and listen the music, you are dancing along with you, your soul start dancing. Your soul started dancing and you feel so relaxed with the music. And mostly we all have heard that whenever you are not in a good mood, you want to change your mood, you want anything you want, you just go and start music, block the room and start dancing. Once you start dancing, you will leave all your tensions, you will be free from all the worries, all the tensions. So this is absolutely correct. And with the help of the very sweet song, whose voice is very mellifluous, we can actually feel the meaning of the song. We actually start feeling the theme of the song, and that's why this is the our soul start dancing. That's all for the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. You are a very brave soul, let me tell you. Okay, the next volunteer, please. Toastmaster Kalpita, Toastmaster Shweta. Come on. Toastmaster Amrita, Charu. I'll call you one by one. Is that okay? Okay, Toastmaster Kalpita, here comes your, okay, somebody will, you're the timer. Somebody can please, can you keep the time?
Then I can speak.
Okay, great. Okay, Toastmaster Kalpita, here's your topic. Without music, life would be a mistake. I repeat, without music, life would be a mistake. Toastmaster Kalpita.
Music is something which is there in our life from the day when we are born till the last day of our life. music comes in different forms. Like it can be a sound, and when it becomes melodious and a little bit of rhythmic, and we love. As we grow as a child, we start, dancing at small rhythms when we are listening to some melodious sound. And that's the way we grow. Every phase of life, every stage of life we pass through, yes, we experience different emotions. And we all know music is something which can act as an enhancer to the mood. You can also use the music to enhance or to rejuvenate your mood. And music can express any kind of emotions. There's so many, whether it be sad, happiness, and so forth, excitement, party, everything. Nothing goes without music. Even when the football matches start, like we were having the Copa America and now the Euro Cup is happening. Music, there also, it begins with the music before the beginning. So life without music, I cannot think of, it has become really dull. I do agree. And I think even our table topic master will also agree with it. Life will become dull. Life will become, something wherein there is nothing as mellifluous and dry. And that, of course, music has to be there with us as a part and parcel of our life from the day we come here till the last day, as I start. Thank you, and over to you, table topic master.
Beautifully done. See, that wasn't so difficult. All right. Toastmaster Shweta, are we ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
Toastmaster Shweta, your topic is people haven't always been there for me, but music has. I repeat, people haven't always been there for me, but music has. Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you, table topic master. For me, it is true. I moved to US when I was not that old, and I had to leave my parents. When I was there, my husband was working. And at that point of time, I realized what my father did. My father, when I was very small, I was 7 years old, took me to a piano teacher to teach Western classical music. And I would tell you, I was not happy, but still I tried. I gave all the exams. And finally, when I was in US, when there was no one, I started listening to music. I started listening to those tunes which I played once and which were extremely hard, to play one hand in one direction and the other hand in the other direction. It's really hard. And when I was in US, I tried to listen to those music. And eventually, gradually, I started to hear more and more. And at that time, my daughter was born. And you won't believe, she also has got a taste of music. When I took her down to teach Hindustani classical music, it was not that difficult. Maybe because in my womb she heard, maybe because I tried to imbibe certain things when she was unborn. So music was with me the time when very few people were with me and I was alone. And I think that the children today, if they can hear music, if they can't even play, if they can only hear music, there will be lot less suicides, lot less psychological problems. That's my take on music because I have felt it. Thank you, Toastmaster Jayati.
Well said, Toastmaster Mahashweta. Very well said. So next, can we have somebody, please? Toastmaster Amrita, is she here?
I am.
Hi.
Hi.
So will you go with the next topic, please?
All right.
Okay, Toastmaster Amrita, here's your topic. I haven't understood a bar of music in my life, but I have felt it. I repeat, I haven't understood a bar of music in my life, but I have felt it. Toastmaster Amrita.
Coming from a family that I am from, my cousins have all been brought up. It's a lot of connect from the city of Lucknow, and I don't know how many of you would echo with that. I'm sure our general evaluator would definitely agree. The city has its own soul of music. It's a very famous institute there, Bhatkhande Institute, where people are real maestros, and they pursue their music and their love for music to umpteen and infinity. My family has been into music since I wasn't even born. My father, my uncles, everybody into music. The rags and the surs, they are all like on their fingertips. So yes, when you say a bar I could not understand, yes, in front of them, I was an odd person out, the black swan. And my cousin actually pursued 8 years of music from Bhatkhande. So you can understand the kind of language they all talk in when we sit down at home. And I always felt left alone. I love the music. I love listening to it. And I would always want to have a player, a speaker, and all of those. But unfortunately, we did not have a lot of exposure to music as well at home. Here being a nuclear family in Nepal. However, when I grew up, I went into college and I made a friend with somebody. This girl, Achal, became my very close friend, used to stay in my colony. And what I discovered as we began more of pally times with each other, her mother was a music teacher. She was a music teacher from the Khairagarh Music University, which is again a very famous music university in central India. She used to go every day, come back home, and again take music classes. And there I got my opportunity of learning music. For 2 years, I learned classical vocal music. And I did not understand all of it, but yet it became a part of me, and I feel it till date. Thank you.
Very, very well said, Toastmaster Amrita. Next, can we have somebody? Momita, where are you?
Toastmaster Charu had also volunteered.
Okay, Toastmaster Charu. Let's go with Toastmaster Charu. Toastmaster Charu, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your topic. Each memory has a soundtrack of its own. Toastmaster Charu, each memory has a soundtrack of its own. Podium
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I too have so many memories in listening to music. And I especially choose music like depending on my mood also. So, you know, I have all the connections with the music in my life. And I always felt sad that I couldn't learn music. Because of the restrictions at home, like I wanted to continue my studies and also learn music, but I couldn't learn. My mother said, no, girls cannot learn music. So I had to get married because that was only my wish to go ahead and study. Otherwise, I was okay with studies, but I was not so good at average student. But if there was music, I would have become a singer. Actually, that is my all-time favorite passion, I can say. And also, I have so many memories with music. Like I remember in '87 when I got married. we had so much time left in between after the marriage, and so we had to play some music. And that one movie was one song which was there in my video, the marriage thing. That was like it was about the marriage, a Malayalam song, that is Pudamuri Kalyanam. It was about a marriage. So that song, whenever I see in the TV, I remember my video cassette, my marriage cassette. Then there is another song which reminds me is is about what I actually mentioned. When I realized that I could sing and I can also be a singer, that was that other song which I sang before. And then whenever I feel low, I listen to so many melodious and all good songs. And after joining Toastmasters, I started to listen to music that actually gives me concentration. And especially while preparing for my speech, I always play one particular music in YouTube. I have selected some music that gives me concentration and the interest to then I don't know from where that energy comes and that flow comes in my speech, and that 7-minute speech becomes really awesome when I listen to music. So thank you. Back to Toastmaster, no table topic master.
Toastmaster Charu, you're a singer in our eyes, no doubt about it. Okay, do we have time? One more.
One last is okay.
Toastmaster Momita.
I'm hiding. Please let me hide.
No. I'm picking you. You come on the podium and you speak, please. I'm requesting you, please. Okay, Toastmaster Momita, ready?
Yeah, what to do now?
Don't worry, it's not so difficult. You can speak. Okay. Toastmaster Momita, what is that one good thing about music? I repeat, what is that one good thing about music? Toastmaster Momita.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. So, music is it's all about the words. I don't feel like there's the words in the music matter for me. Okay, and I have several good things about music, and the top of my mind is that I can ignore people and pretend I am listening to music. I mean, that's the most terrible thing, especially in bus rides. Just put your headphone and pretend that you're ignoring everyone. So that's the best thing. And also, it's a great topic to talk with people. Personally, like I'm a very bad singer, even a very bad bathroom singer. When I start singing, my brother says like I am reciting a poem or something. So I refrain myself from singing. Don't ever ask me to do that. And what else? There's apart from that, the good thing about music will be just to relax my mood. I when I go for evening walks, I listen to music, so it relax my mood, and I can yeah, that's one thing. And I think is my time is up. Where is the timer? I can think of anything else. So that will be all from my end. Back to you, Toastmaster Jyoti. Where is the timer?
Lovely. You had us all laughing. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Momita. I think I enjoyed this session the most. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. I still can't stop laughing. And very truly said by Toastmaster Prakiti that Momita really had an honest and humorous speech today. And Momita, I have very bad, don't take me in a some other way, but I will tell that please don't rely on your brother, because he always always
No, I
disturbs
know.
you during
No,
the
I'm really a very bad singer.
yeah, during the skit rehearsal he used to disturb you. So please don't rely on him and keep singing in any place you want, be it bathroom or park or your room, anywhere. Please sing. Yeah. So we will move on to the next part of our session. But before that, I would like to have some discussions with you. Like, have you ever been in that situation where you have you are writing an exam, like you are trying to concentrate very much, and that some song keeps on playing in your mind and you cannot get that out of your mind? So how many of you have? So,
Toastmaster Arya, if I may, throughout my entire class 12 ISC exam and the pre-boards, I don't know why I had this particular song. Some of you may have heard it. It's the song Demons. And I don't know why, but it had that sort of vibe to it that, you know, it just can go on in the background. It doesn't disturb you. So it really helped me concentrate. And I heard it the entire time while I prepared for the pre-boards, the ISC. Now, even in the exam hall, when I got the questions which I had prepared while listening to that song, it kept going on in my ear like a earworm. So I totally understand what you're saying.
Yes, when I had that, I used to hear a very peppy kind of a song called Babuji Zara Dheere Chalo when we used to go by school bus. And why I don't know, every time I went to give, there was one term in class 8, every day I went to give the exam and that song would have been played in the radio. It was a must song that time. And whenever I tried to concentrate in my exam, it was like, Babuji Zara Dheere Chalo. And how will I concentrate on my maths paper if that song is being played in my mind continuously? That's very sad yet funny thing. So anyone else wants to share any funny thing about your favorite song or anything like that?
Arya, I have something to say.
Yes.
When I was in school, I was in dissection. So just adjacent to dissection is Bhawanipur Gujarati Education. There is a college. And when I was in class 11, there was this song, this peppy kind of song from Sajan. Dekha hai pehli baar. So they used to play this song. I don't know for what reason. And we used to hear that song. And one time, I still remember, my father was scolding me. And that song was coming in my ears. I was smiling. And he was shouting that when I scold you, you feel like smiling. But it was not him. It was that song, that Dekha hai pehli baar Sajan ki aankhon mein pyara. I don't know why it came to my mind. But it was very furious.
That's totally relatable. I understand your story, Toastmaster Mahashweta. And thank you everyone for sharing your stories of your favorite songs and favorite memories. Thank you so much. I would just like to share a short memory of mine regarding one song. In 2013, I sang an original song for a short film, which was actually a Bengali transliteration of the song Imagine by John Lennon. So it was composed by a friend and I sang it. It was uploaded in the YouTube and all. So many of my friends and acquaintances, they have heard it. So one day when I went to my friend Sangeeta's place for group study, so after all our supposedly group study and actual chit chats, so when I was about to return, so she and her family, they held me back and they said, just please stay back for a while and please sing that song for us. And they requested me to sing that new song of mine. And Sangeeta's brother, who is a special child, he is autistic, he was in another room. He was busy with his own toys and own activities in his own mood. So I was in the next room and I was singing my song. And he was not understanding anything what was happening in the next room, not what his parents were saying, not what I was singing and whatever. But after I sang my song, he came out of his room, and this is it still gives me goosebumps when I think of this incident. He came out of his room and with such a pristine joy in his face and came direct to me to give me a hug. And it was clearly visible how much he liked the song, even without understanding what the song was about. And that was kind of a purest form of compliment I have ever received. Like many a times we say that you have sung very nice. I get compliments that you have done very well, but I know that how much I have failed. But you know, that day I really got that purest form of compliment, and from that day, that song meant a totally different thing to me, and that song became a very favorite song of mine. So I wanted to share it with all of you, and thank you so much for supporting me in this theme. I would now move on to the evaluation section, and I would request Toastmaster Shruti to begin with her evaluation and come to the podium.
Thank you so much, Arya, for conducting such a wonderful session. And I would now like to dedicate a song just to you, Arya. I hope this does not become a scar in your memory, because I'm going to sing one such song that is called Sarkailyo Khatiya Jada Lage, Sarkailyo Khatiya Jada Lage, Jade me balma pyara lage, Sarkailyo laptop camera position lage. Coming to this, thank you so much. I hope I have not scarred this Toastmaster session for any one of you, but while she was singing Babuji Zara Dheere Chalo, I wanted to sing this one song out to any one of you, and Arya was the guinea pig here. Moving ahead with the evaluation session, the session was musical, right on point. Every sur and every rag was point, जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में सधा हुआ. Moving ahead, coming back to the evaluation section, before I move on to the other sections, I would now like to call upon stage the first evaluator and the only evaluator of the prepared speaker. Can we have Toastmaster Kritika to present her evaluation to us, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Before I start my evaluation report, I wish to share a quote by a wise person. As far as we know, we are the only species that has the ability to think about what we think. Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and my speaker, Protiti in particular. When you were speaking about your project, you took us with your sharing. We could really feel the challenges, the issues which you felt, and how you manage and convince the team and the people around you. The way you spoke the whole journey, it was just mellifluous. The moment I was just wondering, can I see a picture of her with her team? So that particular moment, you showed the photograph, the picture of your team. And that was a stamp to the whole work you have been doing. When such pictures are presented, it adds authenticity to the work. And we could really see and imagine and feel the hard work the speaker and the team has done. So well done. Somewhere, what I felt, you were having so much wisdom to offer. And I was feeling like if there was a slide or a tag card, which could have just the keyword of the points, the wisdom you have mentioned, like you told about 3 challenges, you told about the points like decide and the other steps. So if some slide was there for this point or some cards, or you could figure out other ways, it could have reiterated the points and the things which you wanted the audience to leave with. The second thing is, like, when we hear to leader, and this is actually a big expectation the audience carry. We all, when we sit in the audience, we are too much demanding from the leader. We feel the leader should have a great energy. So you could have brought that energy by bringing maybe some voice modulation, or you could have stand and then given a speech. So that way we could sense like you were energetic, but we could have sensed your energy much more than what we could see in a virtual podium. The third thing, since this speech was to inspire the audience, we could have engaged the audience by some questions or interaction, or maybe we could have asked to generate some curiosity, some questions like, would you like to see the picture of my team? And at that point, you could have made the audience respond, and an interaction and could have been brought with the audience. The thing which I really loved in your speech was the confidence. Your entire speech, the content, the things, the body language were showing the confidence you were carrying. And you could speak on a taboo topic, because if here we don't break the ice, if we don't break the ice right now over here, then when will we do? To summarize, we are a great orator, and you depicted that Toastmaster is giving you that platform, and you really meant and resonated the quote you mentioned of like, just do it. We could go through the entire team building activity, learn from the wisdom you had to offer. Only if you could have added some energy, slide, audience interaction, this could have been wow kind of speech. I really feel you are doing a great work. Keep continuing. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kritika, for your critical evaluation, as your name says. Uh, Although I have few suggestions for you, Kritika, and also for the speaker. First, I would go with the evaluator. In Toastmasters, Toastmaster Kritika, we follow a simple approach of CRC, which is commendation, recommendation, and commendation, and summarizing the evaluation with a small summary. That makes the speaker very comfortable. It encourages him or her to come back on stage with increased zeal and enthusiasm to perform as a speaker and enhance their communication skills. So it is recommended by the Toastmaster fraternity to use this approach or any other approach which sandwiches the recommendations and commendations together as a fine balance. The way you were evaluating the speaker had everything, was a perfect mix, but they were scattered all over. If person had to take notes, it would have been slightly difficult for them. So please make a note of this. Otherwise, you covered almost everything. But for the speaker, I have few things that I want to raise here so that they can improve in their next meetings. First thing that I appreciate in the speaker in this virtual world is to stand up and deliver your speeches. And trust me, it makes a difference when you stand up and deliver your speeches, because it frees your entire body. Not freeze, please, but free your entire body, and you can perform the way you would in a physical meetup where people could see you. Second thing, it exposes your entire vulnerable stage position. By that I mean your hand movements, your face, and everything is visible, so that you take care, you become conscious of everything. And that is what the meaning of Toastmasters is, to be able to perform beyond your laptop screen or your mobile phone screen. So, with this in mind, the second thing was, since it was a sensitive topic, I understand that, but it was something which could have been explained better by usage of some props, by usage of some activity or something else which would have enhanced what were the things, what were the skits or stories that you shared with people in Sundarbans. What is that influence those women that they could be comfortable with you all? We would have loved to know, because perhaps some of us might be willing to start something of this sort, some initiative of this sort. So in a speech like this and with a Toastmaster like Protiti, we expect some more, the groundwork, the grassroots level of finesse that you might have done in your project. Overall, brilliant speech and a very, very touching topic. Thank you and kudos to you. Moving ahead to the next section of the meeting. Can we now have the tag role players on stage, please? Can we have timers report on stage? Toastmaster Kalpita. If you're saying anything, you're muted.
Well, yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Yeah, I will definitely share the timers report with you all. I'll just share my screen. Here is the report. I hope everybody can see. I think I would have taken the full screen. I hope it is visible to all. The report. Give me a minute, please. I'll just stop sharing and re-share it once again.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, I hope everybody can see it right now. Going back. Well, let's see. TM Protiti Sengupta, her speech was 6 minutes, 22 seconds. TM Kritika, this is for the evaluation part, 3 minutes, 32 seconds. I'm sorry, I got a little late in showing my first green card. TM Kritika, this is for the table topic section now. TM Kritika, 2 minutes, 13 seconds, qualified. TM Nasima, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Guest Pooja Lohia, this was like a wonderful take on her. She spoke for 56 seconds. TM Maheshwata Chatterjee, 2 minutes. TM Amrita Joshi, 2 minutes, 29 seconds. TM Chadullata, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. And TM Momita, 1 minute, 30 seconds. So almost all are qualified. So that's it. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope it is visible, right?
Yes.
Report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita. That was to the point report. However, I have 2 suggestions for you. Number 1, when you are showing the timers report, bifurcate the timing section under prepared speeches, evaluation, and table topics so that people who have opted for more than one session, they can understand what time is for what. Second thing, if you could also share the window, what is the appropriate time that they should have taken for. For example, for Kritika, the upper limit was 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and she was over by 2 minutes, 2 seconds. So if there was something which was beside another column, if it would have been mentioned there, it would have been great. And also one correction, we have not guest Pooja Lohia, but Toastmaster Pooja Lohia with us. So that was the third.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was one mistake. Yeah.
Moving ahead to the next role player, we would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Momita to present her counter report to us. Toastmaster Momita, can we have you on stage, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. It was lovely hearing all the speeches and the songs today. So I will be brief with my report. Toastmaster Priya has several R's and arms. Toastmaster Charu has one arm, one so. Toastmaster Arya has several R's, so twice, like twice, and she uses actually as a crutch word. Toastmaster Kritika has one R, two one so. Toastmaster Nasima has several R's and arms and one like. Toastmaster Kalpita has one like and as a crutch word. Toastmaster Amrita has several R's and as a crutch word. Toastmaster Shruti has several R's, and as a crutch word. That's all from my end. Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you so much, Momita. And I'm sure those R's and Ns were not the ones which you scream out of pleasure, but out of having to have some gaps in your speeches. Moving ahead with the third role player that we have our grammarian with us. Can we have the report of the grammarian with us, please? You're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Okay, I would start from some not so good usages. I am actually joined, can be I joined. We have heard you before. We heard you before. Speaker of today could have been speaker of the day. I am very looking forward. Can be just I'm looking forward. Bit of rhythmic with rhythm. Word of the day was used by Toastmaster Shruti, Kritika, Arya, Jayati, Nasima, Kalpita. Some good usages were pitch the project, inspired to execute. Some mispronunciations were photograph could have been photograph and wonderful could have been wonderful. Some good words were acronym, mesmerized, soulful. And Toastmaster Jayati, you just had a box full of good phrases. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a crisp, grammared and hammered report of a grammarian that we would expect in a Toastmasters meeting. Thank you so much. We will look forward to your reports ever in future. Moving ahead to the next, role player. What if we call this role player towards the end of the meeting? Let's have some fun towards the end. And if at all I miss out on this role player, please do poke my nose through virtual platform, and we will have this session in the later part of the meeting. Moving ahead quickly to the table topic session. Our first speaker in the table topic was Toastmaster Kritika, whose topic was sometimes music is the best medicine. She started with the ever smiling face and the glint in her eyes and the curiosity that we always see in her face. And the best thing that I admire about Toastmaster Kritika when she speaks in any table topic is that how beautifully she comes up with a story. She starts slow. She is she has several glitches in the beginning, but she picks up and she goes to the essence of the topic, and that's what she did here. She started with her story. She started with a scattered speech, but she took the plunge and she moved forward. One suggestion and one challenge that I have for you, Kritika, is whenever you are taking up a topic in table topic, try to attach it to some personal memory of yours in the past. For example, when you're talking about how music has helped you, you could have sung one song or you could have narrated the lyrics of any song which have created an impact in your life that would have made us relate to your experience in a better way. That is something that helps in table topics. Moving ahead to the next speaker, we have Toastmaster Nasima, whose topic was, why do you love music? And she mentioned about the lorry driver and how she loves the song from the movie Roja. We would have, since it was a musical evening or a musical night, if I may put it, we would have loved all of you to sing or hum some one or two lines, just how some of us did. But nevertheless, I have two challenges or suggestions for you, Toastmaster Nasima. Number one is that you have to look into the camera because you're speaking to us. You have to look into the camera so that it helps us build a connection. And the second suggestion that I have for you, that you could have narrated a reason why did you love music. You narrated what song, what music composer, what location, what place, what time of your life, but you never talked about why do you love it. In the end, you talked about it helped you when you were lonely, but you would have put it another way and started a little earlier so that your story of falling in love with music would have been more substantial in your speech than the location and the words and the composer of the music. That was it. And you have been a brilliant speaker all throughout. Please, we would love to see you more often on stage and delivering speeches and participating in table topics, Toastmaster Nasima. Moving to the next guest, converted to future Toastmaster, converted to a present Toastmaster, Toastmaster Pooja Lohia. That was such a brave act of, being a Toastmaster. And I would love to reiterate words of Toastmaster Jayati when she said, you are a brave soul and that you are Toastmaster Pooja. And we would love to see you more often. And do not put a disclaimer ahead because we do not need disclaimers. We just wanted to speak and communicate. And as the first table topic speaker, your first experience, you were brilliant. I have absolutely zero suggestions for you at this point in time. We would love to see you more often. Moving ahead to the next person who was, I missed the name. The topic was, without music, life would be a mistake. Who was it? Toastmaster Toastmaster, can you please tell me who was it? Without music, Toastmaster Kalpita? All right. So yes, I'm sorry I missed your name somehow. And you started with where you explained your entire thing about how music is important and how music, without music your life would be a mistake, without music collectively lives would be mistake, and you were in entirety you were talking about generic things. However, in table topics it becomes a little easier when you add in your personal experiences to connect with the audience, because it's a very short amount of time that you're given. It takes some 10 to 20 seconds to collect your thoughts and present them, and 10 and 20 seconds to summarize the entire meeting. So if you are able to narrate your own personal story, it would have been great, like how music has influenced you in the past, or how there was a moment when you got no time to listen to music and how you missed it, and how you boomeranged back into listening to music, something around these lines. But very well done, Kalpita. We would love to see you more often on stage. Next was Toastmaster Shweta, who her topic was people haven't been there for me, but music has been. And this topic was something where Toastmaster Shweta has brilliantly put her story from where she was in India, then she moved to US, then her life after marriage, her daughter's birth, and how her father taught her piano lessons, and how she could reverberate back to what her father taught her in her childhood to her daughter's childhood. That was brilliant. One suggestion that I have for you, Shweta, is that you could have narrated some tunes. You either hummed a few, maybe 5 or 10 seconds, or just shared exactly what music, what tune was it that you related to it. And also, was there anything specific that your father and you had as an incident while you were going for piano classes? I understand that it is a very less amount of time to accommodate everything, but it will help you improve as a speaker and connect with your audiences in future table topics. Very well done, Toastmaster Shweta. We would definitely love to see you more often on stage and hear your musical stories. Coming to the next table topic speaker was someone who is from my place, or if not, she has stories from my place, Toastmaster Amrita. She she was to share a story about the music. She shared, she helped us travel from a place to a friendship, where she started from talking about Lucknow and the Bhatkandi Institute there, how her family, the music is in her DNA, and how she befriended a person called Anchal, and how they build a bond over music, and how they helped music save their lives, or they helped music foster in their lives and improve their friendship. However, Toastmaster Amrita, since you are now towards becoming a seasoned Toastmaster and a veteran too in few months, I would expect more of exact stories. If you connect people with specific details, how was the music like? How was the ambience when you were learning that music? Was there any incident that happened with your friend? Is there any incident or a story from your family that you could relate to? God lies in the details, ladies, and you have to always understand that when it is table topics, if you can talk about minute details and stories, it will help us and it will make a mark in our minds. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Amrita. However, I would appreciate the usage of location, language, using Bhatkand Institute, people, and relationships. The four things that you could have made your speech brilliant were there. Over. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrita. The next person who was the table topic speaker was Toastmaster Charu. She was talking, her topic was every soundtrack has a memory, and how true is that? Every soundtrack has a memory, and how brilliantly she started with music that has influenced her, and she brilliantly and mellifluously moved and transitioned from how music in the present is influencing her to a memory in her own video cassette, and how she's reminded of hearing of her marriage every time. Yes, we need reminders for marriage, people. She's reminded every time when she hears that that tune that was a part of her video cassette in back in 1987 when she got married. And the second Tamil song that she sang was also a part of the music cassette and how she can relate to it. And that was brilliant. And I appreciate the fact that you ended with musical part of your speech. And that is something I remember because you ended it that way. And that was the essence of the entire speech, and we loved it. However, one suggestion is that you could have asked a question, since you have already participated by singing in the session. You could have started with asking a question. So what is it, that song that reminds you, or perhaps you have hummed two lines and asked people, what is that emotion that this song evokes in you? Something like that. It would have helped you buy time and also leveled up your table topic speech. Moving on to the next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Momita. Toastmaster Momita, I would love to see you participate in this year's humorous speech contest if we have, right? And also, we need to conduct a humorous speech session, and you would be the prepared speaker, the table topic speaker, the evaluator, the general evaluator, because, oh my God, I was laughing all throughout. I was trying to collect the evaluation points. Where do I evaluate Momita? And I know it happens. It happens at times when you're least prepared with it, but it was brilliant, Momita. However, since you said that you're a worst, yes, let me put it this way, since you said it yourself, you're not a good bathroom singer. It's okay. If you were not a good bathroom singer, to elevate your humor quotient, you could have sung something in a bad sur and tal, and you would have asked, so what is it, that emotion that this song evokes? I'm sure it evokes nothing, because I'm not a good singer, and you know it by now. That would have helped us relate and also evaluate on the fact that you're not a good singer. But I'm sure you're a good singer, because everyone is a writer and everyone is a singer. We just don't know how to do it. That's it. So that brings me to the end of the table topic session. Now evaluating the session as a whole. First of all, I want to congratulate each one of you and us for starting the session at exact 6:30, completing the installation by exact 6:45. I mean, who does that in 15 minutes? The entire installation ceremony, installation ceremony, because we used to take like some half an hour on an entire meeting to get people inducted and installed as officers. Brilliant job on that, everyone. Coming to the entire evaluation of the session, coming to the first part, the SAR. Reva was brilliant with her SAR report when she illustrated 3 rules. However, I think she missed one rule about talking about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. And she replaced it one another important rule, that since this is a virtual podium or a virtual platform, you all might get disconnected at some point in time. So do not panic. You will be reconnected back in seconds. And that was something that is, I'm hearing for the first time. We all know this, but I'm hearing it for the first time, and I appreciate the thoughtfulness of adding this sentence to the SAR rules. Moving to the president, the ever mellifluous and smooth as flowing water, our president, is she took care of introduction of guests. She took care of explaining the structure of the Toastmaster meeting, and she also took care of elaborating on 4 points that we as Toastmasters and we as women can take on, and when she shared the motivational story. So brilliant. I think we can learn from her about how to structure a presidential address, and that was brilliant, Toastmaster Ruchira. Kudos to you. Moving on to the Toastmaster of the Day, another song I would dedicate to you in person, Arya. This is something that I cannot sing out loud, so you will soon get a voice note on this one. But it was a very, very thoughtful theme, selective, something which is relative to everyone, to each one of us. There would be hardly any soul who would not love music. It could be the screeching sound of a truck. People love that too, but music is something that owns our soul. So brilliant theme. And I loved the way you interacted with everyone. You made everyone feel associated and feel valued, their voices, their music, their stories, everything. However, I have 2 suggestions for you, Arya, since you are moving your journey ahead towards becoming a seasoned or an experienced Toastmaster with your contribution towards the Toastmaster fraternity. Number 1, in the beginning, I would have appreciated if you would have exactly mentioned the theme. Mention the theme, the topic, the name of the theme. Today's theme is X. That helps us to, we could get it with the way people were singing and you were talking about music, but a personation of the theme is very important in a Toastmasters meeting. Second thing, there was something that I missed was, why did you choose this theme? In Toastmasters, we do not choose themes just for the sake of it. We choose themes either when they relate to us, or either when we feel that it will benefit everyone in the room, or something which is happening currently or which will increase our knowledge, right? So there would have been one or two instances, where you could have mentioned why did you choose this theme or what inspired you to choose this theme. So that was it. However, it was a brilliant session, musical one, and I truly look forward to you singing more, Arya. Moving ahead to the table topic master, Jayati, Toastmaster Jayati, I have seen you from day one sharing your story in your icebreaker speech when you were sharing your life story, your incidents from life, and how you've grown to be such a fierce, strong woman, and coming to this place when there was a constant smile on your face. Whoever is speaking, you're always on video, you're smiling, you're nodding your head. If it all, if, no matter who is speaking, I'm speaking, Ruchira is speaking, Sai is speaking, you're always there building a connection with each one of us. And that is something I truly appreciate, Toastmaster Jayati. Coming to the second part of your performance as a table topic master was something that I appreciate. You connected, you weaved in the theme with your table topics, and your topics were thoughtful, where people could narrate their stories, where people could sing. They had a lot of scope of being themselves, being vulnerable with music, because music is something that makes us vulnerable. We all have shed tears, and you made us do that. You made people revisit their marriages, their birth of their children, their life, their childhood, everything. Thank you so much for conducting such a brilliant session. We look forward to see you more often on stage. So that was it. Now I would like to call upon stage the person who has kept a filter in her ears and a filter on your mouth. Can we have Toastmaster Priya on stage to conduct her session as a listening master? Over to you, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I am here with my report. I hope you will have great fun with the question answer session. Let's start. Are you ready? Yeah. My first question is, who told own our power?
Toastmaster Ruchira.
Yes, you are right. Who praised as you are having golden voice?
Arya.
Arya, yes. And Ruchira also, for they are praising each other. And next is, who told she has beautiful eyes and lovely personality?
Toastmaster Shruti. No.
Toastmaster Arya?
Yes, right. For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, who got the praise from Kiran Bedi?
Toastmaster Momita.
Yes, right.
For the posters.
Yes, very true. Next is, music is my passion until I die.
Toastmaster Charu.
Toastmaster Charu.
Yes. Don't touch the pickle, it will be spoiled.
Toastmaster Prakiti.
Yes. Second, next one is, who was the member of Social Interact Club?
Master Prakiti.
Yeah. Who told I don't have a beautiful voice?
Toastmaster Momita.
Toastmaster Momita.
No.
Toastmaster Amrita.
Yes.
Charu, Toastmaster Charu?
No.
No, no. TM Kritika. Okay.
Oh.
And the next one is the question is who told music is in my gene?
Toastmaster Charu.
Nasima, Toastmaster Nasima.
Yes, yes, very good. Yeah. Who told A.R. Rahman is the top composer and lyricist?
Toastmaster Jayati.
Yes. Who told music is enhancer to the mood, express any kind of emotions?
Toastmaster Mahashweta.
No.
Arya.
No. Try.
Toastmaster Charu.
Toastmaster Kalpita.
Oh.
Okay. Next one is I choose music depending on my mood.
Toastmaster Charu?
Toastmaster Charu.
Yes, yes, yes. And the last one is who told the city has soul of music?
Toastmaster Amrita.
Yes, that's all about from my side. Over to the general evaluator. I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, for conducting this session. I hope everyone was on their toes, was taking notes and putting things on their fingertips so that they could answer your questions. And if not, you can punish them whatever way that you would want in the meeting or after the meeting. Now we'd like to hand over the stage back to our mellifluous Toastmaster, Ruchira, who is also the presiding officer or the president of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Ruchira. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Madam GE, for that extensive and thorough report. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Shruti. Before I start, I'd like to ask the Toastmaster of the day, did you have anything else you wanted to add, or should we go ahead?
No, I have concluded. So I would just like to say that music helps us to feel and heal. So let us enjoy music. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful theme and for making it so interactive, because I think music is something that speaks to each and every one of us, despite our language or any kind of differences that we have as people. And I think you were able to bring that across very beautifully today. Now, before I start off with the voting, I would like to hand over the podium to Toastmaster Jayati, who mentioned that she would like to make an announcement. Over to you, Toastmaster Jayati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ruchira. I just want to point out a very, very important fact about the skit which we played. Initially, when I was very, very interested in this. So the first person I talked to was Toastmaster Shruti. She was the one who told me, go ahead, don't look back. And that really stuck with me. I wanted to appreciate her. I didn't know how to do it. I just wanted to, that's exactly why I expressed my desire to speak about it. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shruti. You have been an abundant source of encouragement for me. With that one line, I just went ahead and never looked back. And it gave me a treasure which was going to stay with me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayati. I think that was a beautiful example of women supporting women and how just one person's words can really encourage people to go ahead and do things. And kudos to you both, Toastmaster Shruti, for those words of encouragement, and Toastmaster Jayati for being a wonderful leader in the skit. And I'm sure many of you were either a part of it or you came and watched it that evening. And I think that was a real great experience for each and every one of us. With that, let me quickly launch the polls for today's session. Please quickly vote for your role players. I'll give you a couple of seconds to complete this. In the meantime, I'd like to request, do we still have Toastmaster Pooja with us? I think she dropped off. All right. Other than that, I would like to just make a couple of announcements. The first is that while we love having speakers from other clubs like Toastmaster Prakiti, I would really encourage each and every one of you as members to please give your own speeches now. Connect with your mentors. If you don't know who your mentor is, please connect with Toastmaster Shruti as the VP Education. Get enrolled in your pathways with the help of your mentor and start giving your speeches. Whether it's your icebreaker or whether you're picking up from another level, please start giving your speeches as well. That's one request from our side as the EC team. The second would be that next Sunday, that is 18th of July, we are having an Area K4 meet. So WIN Toastmasters Club, along with two other clubs, that is Kolkata Bilingual Toastmasters Club, and one more, I'm sorry, I can't remember. The three of us together may form an Area K4 under the leadership of Toastmaster Rohit, whom you met today evening. So these three clubs would be having a joint area session next Sunday. The time would be the same, that is 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The role players would be distributed among the three clubs, and our VP team would be sharing the list with all of you as to which roles can be taken up by members from WIN. So please nominate for those roles and definitely come. It's a great way to also network with the other Toastmasters who are part of the same fraternity, but not necessarily the same club. Along with that, on 1st of August, we are having a special session where we would request each and every one of you to please bring at least one guest, a friend who you think could be benefited from Toastmasters. In that session, we would be discussing a little bit about what Toastmasters is, how it can be beneficial to other people, so that these guests that you would bring would actually understand the value of Toastmasters and maybe even join our club. With that, I think we've had 7 out of 10 votes, and I quickly give you a couple more seconds to complete the votes before we announce the results for today's session. All right. So let me announce. So the results are, and please feel free to unmute yourself and clap for the winners for today evening. We have with us as the best speaker for the day, Toastmaster Prakiti. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakiti, for always agreeing to come in right at the end as well. We also have as best evaluator, Toastmaster Kritika. In terms of the best role player for category 1, we have the winner as grammarian, Toastmaster Mahashweta.
Thank you.
As the best role player for category 2, which was an absolute neck-to-neck fight between all 3 role players, we have general evaluator Toastmaster Shruti. As the best table topic speaker, we have with us Toastmaster Mahashweta.
Thank you.
And as our most improved role player, we have a tie between Toastmaster Priya and Toastmaster Kalpita. Congratulations to all the winners. And with that, we come to the formal end of the session. Please feel free to stay back and chit chat as always.